Okay, so Sega has clearly made no effort to bring the original Episode 1 up to scratch with the enhanced power of the Xbox. So what's the deal with Episode 2? The good news is that this part of the game is far more advanced over the preceding episode, meaning that immediately the graphics are far richer and more detailed. But the first impression we got from playing Episode 2 is that it's actually quite a bit smaller than the other part of the game. Taking in the PR, it seems that this actually has 6 levels to it, as opposed to the original game's 4. However, it's all cunning spin. 3 of the levels are actually relatively tiny, and in the game itself really only count as one stage. The action starts in 2 VR missions. The first is a stone temple, similar in style to the Aztec ruins found in South America. This stage really is designed for lower level characters to get some experience under their belt and to toughen them up a bit for what lies ahead. It also introduces some of the enhanced puzzling found in Episode 2. The end of level Guardian is a variation of the crustacean boss found in the cave section of Episode 1. Similar tactics apply, although this creature is far weaker than the original. The second VR stage again follows the same formula, making a new locale from elements derived from the first episode. This time though, even the environment looks a little familiar, borrowing more than a little from the mine's experience in Episode 1. This stage really is designed to make sure that lower level characters are sufficiently toughened up before the real game begins, and the boss in particular bears this out. What initially looks like a remake of the first dragon boss is soon forgotten as you're blitzed by tons of new techniques, and then the dragon splits off into 2, doubling your worries. We won't reveal all the new game here, but the first stage of the proper mission is 3 levels in one: a jungle, a beach and a mountain stage. The aim here is similar to the rest of the game: run about slaughtering everything in sight. These 3 mini-stages each have a security system you need to power down, and unsurprisingly each of these areas has a mini-boss to get to grips with before you move on to the more dangerous level that is the central facility. This sees you grappling with a multitude of mechanical enemies, many of which use Predator-style cloaking devices. From our initial viewing of Episode 2, it looks as though it's really the icing on the cake that is Episode 1, rather than a whole new game in its own right. Fewer levels but far superior graphics seem to sum it all up. But what we're failing to take into account is that this is the Sonic team at work. The original Phantasy star was a masterpiece, and we have the sneaking suspicion that the extended play of Episode 2 will reveal another classic from one of the world's greatest development teams.